7 of the NFL. And everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Oilers and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Oilers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've got all W's on the ledger so far. A perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start this drive out on the ground. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Benson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense: how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: the hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 31. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
From the 10, 1st and goal. And they'll send Williams in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sam Laporta, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Oilers are on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're...
There he goes, left side! A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
after one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Powell. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Powell. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. Still trailing at 7-3. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Off play action. Cox. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now Cox. Off play action.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Carlson on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted.
Anders Carlson to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Powell work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Benson, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Powell.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
A first throw now for the backup Watson.
Room to maneuver at the 35. He's to the 15.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Big play there. 62 yards.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Cox.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Cox. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw is Cox. Off the play fake. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run with Gibbs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Quills Watkins with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Oilers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So we have reached halftime here and an 11-point
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Another run for Gibbs here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 2nd and 8. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkpatrick, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Oilers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
They'll start with the option.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Watson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Cox. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off play action. Cox. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith
in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First down, Houston.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught by Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
And that is incomplete.
Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a fourth down. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Luke Musgrave
from 3 yards out.
And the Oilers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down now, Kirkpatrick down right around the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Looking to throw on second down. Powell. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He finds his man complete. That's Richards. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes this to Sutton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
At their 48-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second